It's that time again. It's time for another Saturday night special where we talk about everything rockhounding related. Starting to feel like summertime out here. I know it's not even April yet, but out here in eastern Washington, we have a beautiful area called the Scablands. Now, the Scablands were scoured clean of dirt and just about everything else when the Missoula floods happened. So that's a whole story. We're not going to get into that tonight, but we were able to get out, go walk around, enjoy our beautiful Scablands out in the Cheney-Palouse track of the floods. Very beautiful area. Lots of MEMA mounds. There's some potholes out there, which are very cool. Potholes are, well, when the area was flooding, there's big water turbulence that carved out bowls in the landscape, and it was just a lovely first kind of warm day. When I say warm, it was like 50 today. It was 50, and it was, well, it was fabulous. It was great to get out, walk around with the dog and Sarah. It gives me high hopes. High hopes for a, well, a nice summer to come. You know, you got that little taste of it. Got that little taste. Well, you know, it wasn't just but 3 weeks ago that we talked about MK Diamond, Barranca failing. They went under as a business. And in that video, was Saturday Night Special 174. I mentioned the other companies that I'm concerned about being Lortone, Diamond Pacific, and Covington Engineering. And well, a lot of you know already, Lortone decided to call it quits. Here's their email that went out to vendors and different people. But yeah, they hung up their hats on the business. No more Lortone lapidary, no more rock tumblers, no more any of it. Which it's sad to see. You know, I know I've seen a lot of conversation about, oh, like they're trying to find a buyer. I think that ship has sailed. By the time you're sending out an email stating that you're done, you know, people have probably are, and they're going to be done at the end of well, yesterday. You're not rebooting that. The ship has sailed. Employees are looking for new jobs or already have new jobs, and really, Lortone doesn't have a whole lot to buy other than the name. They own no patents that I've ever been able to find. They've basically just become a rock tumbler manufacturing company. They don't make any of their big things like they used to, and it's just, they should have tried to sell it like 5 years ago and not waited up until now. Now I think it's over, which it's sad. It's sad because I really love. There's a number of Lortone products that I absolutely love, and you know, one of which is this thing right here. So that is an NS8 arbor. So I already have built out one of these, which I'll throw the video in here and places. You can go check that out. I actually have a full 2-hour machine build step-by-step over on Patreon in the archive. But this is going to be another machine, and I actually have a third one. I love them that much. This one's fully restored, and I have another one. So, you know, we can put an 8-inch wheel on here. Not entirely done, so check this out. I have this, my left hand threaded nut here, okay, is really big, and then on the other side, I have my little one, so I need to get a bigger nut over there, or it'll make me crazy. It'll make me crazy. So I love Lortone. You know, I love these arbors. I'm not a fan of rock tumbling. I'm glad people like it, but it's not the thing for me. But yeah, it's a bummer to see Lortone go. They're not going to sell, and if somebody buys it, they're going to have a hard time rebooting that company, and if anything, it's just going to be buying, well, the name. I mean, they own no designs. Anybody can make a rock tumbler. It's not anything special. I do think we're about to really enter a void in the lapidary market, which is going to be filled by somebody, you know, especially if something bad happens to Covington and Diamond Pacific. I have no inside knowledge on that. I just see the trend of how companies act and the issues that they have with before they go under. And that would be like communicating with customers, developing new products, not answering emails, just kind of like getting into the stage of floating where somebody that's hungry for it will come along and they'll eat your lunch. As well. Now, I have no, you know what, well, before we move on, okay, so this is like one of my favorite Lortone products. I actually have 2 other Lortone things, rare things you've never seen before, which I really need to get some I need to get some videos done on them. They're very cool, but if you ever come across one of these NS8 arbors, well, just buy it. This is what the inside of them looks like. I have another one, which is under full restoration, and these are all of the parts. So this is the axle. I need to clean this guy up. It's very, very grody. The pulley goes on the inside of this. So you can see that there. So I got pulleys. We got bearing isolators. These are rubber. And these are still good. We got flanges. I got some nuts in here. All of this stuff needs to get cleaned and fixed up. I do have new bearings coming. I think, like many people, once we found out that Lortone was going out of business, well, everybody ran and bought whatever they could, because your rock tumbler, well, those little O-ring belts, motors, well, you got 1 to 3 years, maybe more, but their days are numbered. So people were stocking up with the third-party sellers, and there has been a rumor lately, which I have not been able to confirm. I've tried to confirm this. So rumor mill time. Harbor Freight seems to be discontinuing their rock tumblers as we know them. Now, that can mean a lot of things. Like, so I also checked locally. My local, when I say local, I mean I'm pretty far apart, but my Harbor Freights, 4 of them, have no more rock tumblers in stock. And from what I can tell, they are not planning on restocking them. That can also mean that they're going to be redeveloping the existing rock tumbler for like a version 2.0, which that would be cool if they like made improvements. But as of right now, the rumor is that, well, no more Harbor Freight tumblers. I got 2 things in the mail this week, which I absolutely love. I had 2 catalogs in the mail, and I love getting catalogs in the mail, especially these 2. So the 2024 Kingsley North catalog, which it's kind of timely. We're timely here, okay? First off, if you're not getting the actual paper catalog from Kingsley North, go sign up and get the paper one, because it's so cool when you just have downtime in your shop to flip through this, and right away, okay? We have something very neat here. They, coming out in June, they're putting out a stainless steel 6-inch trim saw with the optional hood, vise, big drain. It's basically like my Lortone TS10C or the stainless steel offering from Highland Park, but instead of a 10, it's a 6. So it's great to see people, Kingsley, making their own machines and making them out of with heavy-duty, thick plastic bases, which that's what I assume. They say the base is durable non-wood for lifetime use. I don't know what the material is, but it kind of looks like a giant slab of plastic, which for a base, that's fantastic. And then everything's stainless steel construction. Now, man, the prices of everything is just, it's going up so much. It's going up so much. So they're saying $636 for the trim saw, and then the hood's $100 and the vise is like $115. Not the end of the world, but it's pricey for a 6-inch saw. I really hope Kingsley does well with it, and they continue to do well with it, and they develop way more machines. You know, now they have a 6-inch cab machine, an 8-inch cab machine, a combination machine. They're going to have that. It would be great to, well, you know what? Like, we need more big machines. You know, it does kind of seem like Covington Engineering has transitioned into a build, you know, what was it? How did he say? Andrew, Rogue Rockhound said this in the couple of Saturday night specials ago. Covington's kind of like a build-to-order company, and I kind of agree. That's from what I can tell. They don't have a huge surplus of ready-to-go items. So I hope Kingsley can continue to do good stuff and make good lifetime machines. And yeah, I mean, really right now, with Lortone going out, it's like if you want a big machine or a weird machine or an obscure thing, like, you know, you want that 24-inch saw, not used, new to your door. Really, in my opinion, it's only Highland Park. And Highland Park has their own problems. Nobody's perfect here. I'm not saying that I love them. But, you know, there's not a whole lot of options on the market. The other thing that I got, which is as a builder of stuff, the Surplus Center catalog came. And, well, it gets me daydreaming about my own machine builds, which I know not everybody's a machine builder, but yeah, like this has everything from motors and hydraulics and, you know, every last like little like thing that you would want. You want to buy motors? They're in here. You want to buy gear reducers, seats, like different bearings, reservoir caps, just like valves. Oh, you name it. I've spent a decent amount of money with Surplus Center, but I like Surplus Center. They are a good company. Well, man, what to do? What are we gonna do with like missing all of these companies? You know, it bums me out. I really hope Covington and Diamond Pacific can get things squared away and make good, awesome machines moving forward in the future. One thing that has concerned me about seeing Lortone go out of business, that's really shiny, isn't it? One thing that has concerned me about Lortone going out of business is what happens to some of the information. So I have a copy of every single manual for all of their machines, because eventually their website's probably going to go down. Why would you maintain it if the company's no longer around? So I have all of those. I suggest you head over to their website and download them as well. And obviously, if you're looking for any rock tumbling stuff, Lortone stuff, I would head on over to eBay and go scoop that up, you know. But, yeah, I've been thinking about making kind of an archive on the website, my website, of all these different manuals, you know, like Lortone, Raytech, Phantom, Nelson, old HP manuals, any of these things, so that we as lapidaries who are struggling to look up the manuals for some of this stuff, well, they can at least be saved all in one place, and they can be SEO'd and all that good stuff, so they're searchable and findable on the internet with Google, and I think that would be a wise thing for us to all have access to. So I'm going to maybe look into putting that together. If you have any old machine manuals and you're either willing to scan them and send me a PDF, I would appreciate it. Or if you don't have a scanner, if you're willing to fold them up, put them in an envelope and mail them to me, here's my P.O. box. And I will, if you don't want it anymore, I'll keep it. Or I can also mail it back to you. Whatever you know, we can work out. You can always email me as well. I would like to try to do this so that we can save this. We can save this stuff, and we can have our manuals for our machines. Well, You know what? I didn't do a whole lot with rocks this week, so I don't have any rocks to lay out here for you. So we're just going to leave it here, talking about Lortone, talking about that type of stuff. Let me know your thoughts. It's a bummer to see Lortone go. They probably should have sold a long time ago. All right, everybody. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming by, hanging out with me in the shop, and I'll catch you in the next video.